I want you guys to rate this Terrell Davis backstory childhood or life. I'm thinking at least an 8, maybe an 8.5. If 10 was Helen Keller, how is this not a movie yet?
Few athletes have shown more grit and strength, both on and off the field, than my guest tonight. After being selected 196th overall by the Denver Broncos, Terrell Lamar Davis would become the 4th player in NFL history to rush for 2,000 yards in a single season. He was a league MVP and is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. But before being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, did you know
my dad, at the age, I can remember being 8 years old, and my dad gave us switchblades. And he put like toothpicks in the switchblades and taught us how to make sure they was cracked just enough so that you can rub it against your leg and it comes open quickly. So for him, he realized the life that he had gone through, and he was trying to prepare us for life outside, whether it was racism, whether it was, maybe it wasn't job opportunities, whatever it was, dealing with the cops, all this stuff, he wanted us to be prepared for it. He had this thing about teaching us lessons, and he would always pick the most inopportune times to do it. It's normally 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when he decides to wake us up. So the 4 of us, the youngest 4, and we shared one room, and we had 2 beds in a room. And he made us all sit up in our beds, and he pulled out his revolver. And he shot 4 bullets over each, or 1 bullet over each of our heads, into the wall. And he left the room, and we looked at each other, and we just went back to bed. He'd always say that, your life is worth only 6 cents. And apparently that's what a bullet cost back then. And he was trying to show us that you have to make decisions when you leave this house, that your life could be taken from you like that.
were you there when your father passed away?
I was.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, your father passed away with lupus at the age of 41.
Yeah. My mom was working 2 jobs at the time, so she wasn't around a whole lot. And I just started hanging out with my buddies and going to parties at 12 years old and going to neighborhoods that I shouldn't be going to. And this one night we go out, and there's a party across town. I think it's 2 or 3 in the morning. I happen to turn my head to the left, and I see someone walking towards me. And as I look closer, he's got a double-barrel shotgun pointed at my face. And he's walking towards me. He's got the gun right here. And I'm like, whoa. So I put my hands up, and I'm trying to deflect the barrel because it's pretty close. It's almost touching my face. And as I'm backing up, he still has the gun. I'm hitting the barrel, and he's rolling the barrel back over. And at this moment, I think that he's about to pull the trigger. But fortunately, one of the guys recognized me, but he knew me. He knew my brother, right? And he knew my brother Bobby. So he says, "Hey, he says he's cool. He's cool." He says, "I know his brother." And so then the guy just puts the shotgun down, and he walks off. That night, I laid in my bed, and I just thought about that. I replayed that moment over and over. And I just kept replaying it. I couldn't get it out of my head. And I thought back to what my dad said when he shot those bullets. He says, your life is only worth 6 cents, and it's easy for your life to be taken. And it just made sense to me, like, this is what he's talking about. They've already have an established team, and the only spot that I could find was a fullback, and then I ended up playing nose guard.
Are you dealing with migraines at this point in your life?
Yes. Yeah, I've had migraines since I was 9 years old. I still get them.
But these are like lose your vision kind of headaches, right?
Yeah, they're sort of a spectrum disease. You can get very mild migraines, or you can have severe migraines. I had the ones that were like on the scale of 1 to 10, like an 11. And what happens is that all of a sudden my vision starts to go.
Like that. You don't feel it coming.
Don't feel anything.
Wow.
I'm sitting here with you talking, all of a sudden I can start seeing half of your face. And then I can start seeing, it's like if you stare into the sun for a long time and then you try to focus on something immediately, that's what it looks like. Once the vision starts to come back, that's when the pounding headache comes. And those things can last anywhere from, 8 hours to 2 days. And then it's followed by severe vomiting and nausea and vomiting. And the cycle happens every single time. And one of the schools that showed some interest was Long Beach State. George Allen,
legendary NFL coach,
Hall of Fame coach George Allen, was coming to coach Long Beach that year. It was a great fit because of George Allen and what they anticipated the program to look like in the next couple of years. And let's be honest, it was basically the only offer I got. George Allen loved me. And he loved me for a few reasons. I think one, because I didn't ease up on the defense. And that's when they put me at running back. And that's when I got a chance to kind of get back to what I used to do. That was really the first time in my mind that I even thought about the possibility of playing pro football.
And what happens with George Allen?
We win our last game of the year. We're 6-5. George Allen is doused with the Gatorade bucket. It's in November. It's cold outside. And George Allen is 72 years old. He catches pneumonia. Now, and he never recovered. He died a month after that.
It's like the first guy who really lit the flame for you, thinking you could go to the NFL, and this legendary Hall of Fame coach, and he passes away.
So, and first of all, it was sad because, I established a relationship with him. He was a fantastic man and a great coach. And then for him to pass away like that was devastating. But I broke my ankle in training camp, my left ankle. I come back, I play 5 games. I then break my right ankle. The events, things that are happening.
Terrible breaks.
Terrible things are happening. Well, and then I do that to my ankles. Well, at the end of that year, they call us all in. And they tell us that your football program has been canceled.
And your head coach is Ray Goff.
Yeah.
He was tough on you, right?
Yeah.
Is it true that at one point he made you leave the sideline? You were injured and you had to buy a ticket and sit up in the upper deck of the stadium?
Yeah, that was...
and you're a player on the team. I don't understand. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't either at the time. So first quarter comes, second quarter comes, no one's... it doesn't look like I'm a play. And I'm starving. I don't eat before games. I decided to join the veterans, man. So I'm throwing out the hot dogs and the Doritos, whatever we're eating over there. And then the coach comes over and says, "Hey, Davis, you're in on kickoff coverage."
Impressive. A reporter asked him if he knew everybody's name on the team, and he said no. And if I don't know them, they won't be here.
He impressed Drakeford, I'll tell you that.
Boy, oh boy.
That year you became the lowest pick to rush for 1,000 yards. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
The lowest pick.
And so we had to play the Packers.
A favored Packers team.
Yeah, very good team.
Super Bowl 32. Here's the cool part. In San Diego.
Yeah, hometown.
In your hometown.
Yep.
You're in San Diego. You're in the Super Bowl. The championship is what's missing and the only thing you want. And in the first quarter. Migraine comes calling.
Yep, here he comes.
Take Davis out.
You have admitted since that you forgot to take your migraine medicine before the game?
Yeah, I did.
In all the hoopla of the Super Bowl, you forgot that part. So when you're in the locker room, you can hear the reaction in the stadium, and now Green Bay's coming back, and you're in there, I assume, in darkness?
Yeah, I'm in a room back there, and they turn the light off, and they just it's quiet. And I felt I had to play in order for us to try to win that game.
Terrell Davis said he felt much better. He's going to try and play in the second half and feels he can be effective.
A Super Bowl championship for the Denver Broncos.
The next season, you had an opportunity to join a really exclusive club, 2,000 rushing yards.
He only needs 23 more yards. And he's playing with bad ribs and a bad back. Davis breaks a tackle. He's got 2,000.
Anything different with you? Anything different with the team as far as how you prepare for the Super Bowl now that you've done it once?
If you bring it every week, there's no need to have to ratchet things up when the game is big.
Super Bowl 33.
Pitch back to Davis. Cuts back. And Terrell Davis crosses into Atlanta territory. Away Davis. And Davis hurdles over the Falcon 15 yards. And Davis again breaks away from 1, breaks away from 2, gets inside the 10 to the 8. Davis breaks from the tackle behind the line of scrimmage and almost broke it all the way. Terrell Davis wound up with 102 yards, and when you have an individual who gets over 100 yards rushing in the Super Bowl game, no team has ever lost.
The next season, 1999, fourth game of the year. If you haven't watched highlights of you doing that in a Super Bowl, I'm going to bet you haven't watched the highlight of your, in essence, last real play in the NFL.
Oh. The tackle?
The tackle. Your toughness, you're a competitor. There are running backs, quarterbacks, that once a pick happens and somebody's running it back, they basically take a knee or fake a tackle, but you're trying to get in to make a tackle.
I just know how to play the game one way. That's it. I don't have different versions of how I play football. It's one way. That was it.
Here it is.
Yeah.
On the field, Greasy from the shotgun. Over the middle, and this one is intercepted. And it's Victor Green who holds on this time and is knocked out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Well,
That's Matt Lepsis.
Did he get his knee? I didn't see what. But watch what happens. Let's see if he walks. Boy, he's walking. Wow.
Now, I think that to me is in some ways every bit as impressive as the runs we saw in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That you're in there sticking your nose in there because you're a team player.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic that my career started with the tackle, right? And the irony is it kind of ended trying to make a tackle. You know, I've been blessed, and if that was the last play for me, then I was great. I was fine with that because my career should have never happened anyway. So I was playing sort of with house money, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I'm playing with house money, man. Like I made it to the NFL, won championships. I've experienced so much that the game has offered and given me that I only know how to play the game one way. And if that play happens again and I can do it again, I'm going to make the same play. I'm not going to do anything differently.
So if you didn't come here for me and you came here for Terrell Davis, this is where you end the video. But I just wanted to talk to the real sports fans that love and appreciate the game. This is for you guys.
One time for y'all. For y'all.
You know, you hear it all the time. Sports isn't important. Who cares? There are more important things in life. And I agree. But sports are important. Look at the Olympics. Look at soccer moms. Look at baseball dads. Gymnastics parents. I had a sister in college track. We weren't even close, and I was extremely excited to see her. She was fast as hell. I don't want to get into my athletic life. It didn't last long. That's why I kept a lot of the good stuff in here, because it's such an inspiring story. And it's extremely ironic. We'll get into the negatives at the end. But as far as the positives, when TD says, you know, I gave it my all. If I could do it over, I would do it again. And like that tackle ended his career, which ironically, a tackle started his career. And I personally did not have his discipline nor work ethic. Like I had my moments. When I say I used to run for fun, it was true. I used to literally, I hope nobody saw me and be like, I remember that. But I used to like sneak out of my house. It was just me and my dad living there. And I was like 17 going on 18. And I still remember like I used to literally at 2 a.m, because I got nothing else to do. I used to go to my elementary school, hop the fence, and just run around in my cleats. because that is how much I love the game. And I love the players that love the game. Players of all eras and sports, you know, they're only in it for the money or the fame or whatever, which is fine. Do you? That's you. This fifth rounder, you know, became a Hall of Famer. You look at Thomas Brady, damn near Mr. Irrelevant, damn near the GOAT. I just found his story extremely insane, but also very inspiring. And I guess I wanted to let my YouTube family know that, oh, I'm going to do the NBA videos all day. I could do that all day. But I just want to add stuff. I'm not going to stop doing NBA videos, but, you know, just got to, you know, change it up a little. Just a little. Don't unsubscribe off top. Give me a chance. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Because, I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but we need to talk about this. Like, I get it. It was an accident. And it was a month later, but, I mean, technically, couldn't they have been tried for that? Like, it had me thinking, like, damn, what about, like, his family? Like, they didn't try to sue for a wrongful death, or I don't want to get into it. That was one of the worst stories I've ever heard. But this man's father waking him and his brothers up to shoot at them. What is going on? But ironically, poetically, it kind of helped him. And then you get a random dude about to shoot him with a shotgun just because. I love and hate this story because of the negatives that exist. And it makes me think about all the kids that weren't as fortunate, but I don't want to get into it. Shout out to TD. Great career. Underrated. And it did have me thinking, like, man, they don't do this stuff for the NFL. TD's a 5th round pick, a fullback in college and high school. Oh, now he's in the NFL winning Super Bowls, getting MVPs. The 90s NFL was watered down. Anyways, yeah, as far as the negative childhood, I'm going to give him, yeah, I'm still with like an 8.2. That's insane. My dad was strict. He never shot a bullet at my head, though. What if he missed? And how many times did he do that? And he forgets his damn headache medicine. I love this story.